Today, on this, the second Sunday, 2 weeks removed from the great feast of Pascha, we celebrate the Sunday of the myrrh-bearing women, ton myrophoron. As we heard in both Gospels, in the Orthros and in the liturgy, these women had gone to the tomb. They were the first to witness Christ. And they see a man dressed in dazzling clothes who tells them he's not here, he has risen. Why do you look for the living among the dead? You will see him in Galilee as he told you, but go and tell the apostles and Peter. And the Gospel of St. Mark ends, for they told no one, for they were afraid. Just this week, I was thinking how a few days after Pascha, every time I would call someone, they would answer the phone and they would say, Christos Anesti. And now already, just 1 week later, done. No one says it anymore. Just 2 weeks after Easter, and we're already done proclaiming that Christ is risen. Of course, you know that the tradition in the church is we say it for 40 days until the Sanalipseos, until the Ascension. And yet we live in a society that makes it uncomfortable for us to proclaim the resurrection. For us Orthodox Christians, the resurrection means that we are to fear nothing, that we are not to fear illness, that we are not to even fear death. Certainly we should not fear life. The resurrection fills us with hope, with courage, with faith, with love, with peace. And we should certainly not be shy in proclaiming the resurrection, although as much as we should be saying it to one another, I know that it is difficult to walk up to strangers to say Christ is risen. Whether they belong to other Christian denominations or whether they are non-Christians, this I'm sure would be awkward. The saints, however, remind us that we are to proclaim the resurrection and to show Christ to people, not so much in our words, but with our actions. Our actions are what will bring people to Christ. So, just as Christ found the apostles, and when they were with Nathanael, and they said, we saw someone, we found someone, the Messiah, he's incredible. Come and see. We too are to tell people, come and see. However, they will come if they see in us Christ, if they see in us love, if they see in us courage, if they see in us forgiveness, repentance, compassion, peace. If we can show these things to the world through our actions and our faith, then the world will come to orthodoxy. The world will come to Christ. It is our prayer as the myrrh-bearing women went to the tomb and were encouraged and emboldened by seeing the empty tomb, that we too today can receive the same encouragement, the same strength, the same faith. For he was not there. He has risen. And may we show the risen Christ to the world. We are not to fear. We are to have hope. We are to have courage. We are to have faith. May these continue to grow in all of us as we continue patiently during this time, looking forward very greatly to our return home here to our church.